Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to be talking about the IEM Katowice 2021 tournament. We're taking a look at an Overexplained YouTube series. We're looking at Game 4 Parting versus Zest on Submarine PvP. Jumping right into it. If you enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube and check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/ArchonXE2. Kind of an explosive series between these two players. It is 2-1 in favor of Parting. Although this game looks like it's pretty short. Let's take a look at what happens here. Are we seeing cannon shenanigans? I mean, it's only inevitable to happen at some point. What happens in this game? Nothing crazy so far. High ground pylons. We're going to have to wait until the first structure, tech structure. Gateway and gateway for both players. Gateway scout only for Zest. No gateway scout for Parting. He is going to opt for the more greedy build of keeping all the probes at home, which personally I don't like. I do enjoy gateway scouts. You do want to know what your opponent is doing. Plus, you are a little, you achieve mineral saturation here anyways. He's going to be going for a 17 Nexus. Oh my gosh. No wonder he kept the probe at home. He's going for that full greed 17 Nexus build. Oh, I don't know if this is going to pay off. He's going to get it. He shows it to Zest immediately. So here's the downside. The downside is this. He shows, or Zest knows about this at the earliest possible moment. As soon as it was dropped, Zest knows. It wasn't like Zest comes into... What Parting should have done here, maybe go around here, anticipate the probe scout. The probe is going to dance around the main for a bit, doesn't know, and then, Parting hides the probe in the mineral line in the back here, then drops the Nexus. And then this probe in the high ground, he doesn't know about this for a while. For at least a good 30 seconds. But now we know, Zest knows, okay, this is going to be a 1-gate expand immediately. At the earliest possible moment, Zest can just 4-gate. I mean, really anything here. He can just drop down shield batteries here if he wants to. And then the other part of the problem here is this. Parting did not opt for a frontal wall. So there is no gateway here, pylon here. What does this mean? Well, first of all, it means there's more surface area to worry about. Second of all, it means there's no pylon immediately for the shield battery right away, so he needs to at least drop another pylon here. Usually that's going to be your third pylon, but based on the architecture of this build order, it's probably going to be the second pylon here. And it also means that these probes are going to be in more danger to adepts. So adepts can also be very effective here. So this game can go in a number of directions. It could be adepts, it could be mass stalker aggression, it could be shield battery proxy, it could be 4-gate aggression, it could be proxy gate aggression. I don't know. I'm not feeling good for Parting right now. I would be very scared if I was Parting, showing a Nexus immediately on a no ramp map with no wall off against one of the best players in the world. I would be tripping. Okay, so what Parting needs probably is going to be to get a fast gateway. A fast second gateway, I think. What do we have here? Do you see a proxy? Based on the location, it's too far to be it's too far to be a Stargate. I feel. I mean, it could still be a Stargate. I don't think it's going to be a Stargate. What is this going to... It's too far to be a Robo. It's too far to be a Stargate. It doesn't really make sense to be a Twilight. What is this going to be? It's just going to be another gateway. Watch, it's just going to be a gateway. Am I wrong? Is this going to be a Stargate? It's too... well, we'll see. Double Adepts. It is a Stargate. Wow. Interesting. It's very far. But I guess that's kind of the meta these days. I mean, I would have expected it to be like here or something. But maybe that's why, or here, you know. Here. Even here. This is a little bit far. This would be a good place for a Stargate too. But I guess that's, I mean, it's intentionally far because it means it's definitely not going to get scouted, right? The further it is, the less obvious it is, right? So you're kind of paying the price of distance versus obvious ways to scout it. Do you see the adepts coming in here? And here's part of the problem with this opener too, right? Because if you're going to be doing a no wall build, these adepts can have a field day here. You effectively can't mine from this. So you're not going to be getting any additional resources for a while. What are you going to be getting here, though, that makes sense for the Nexus? The biggest thing is the Chrono Boost. Even though you're not mining, the biggest thing is the additional speed. So you can use the Chrono Boost to get out a faster warp gate. Defensively, you can be using it to get blink faster, getting your upgrades faster. The Chrono Boost here is the biggest thing. But Zest, no Nexus. He doesn't even care right now. Oracle's on the way. Chrono Boosted out. Zest just now starting his Nexus. He does care. But it is a little bit late, as you can tell. Parting's Nexus is already done. Parting does have 4 gateways. And interestingly enough, I would never have guessed this, but Parting is actually going to be the one to be putting on pressure on the map. This is very scary. One reason, because if these adepts manage to slip by, there's nothing at home to defend anymore, because the stalkers are on the map. The other thing is, well, first of all, this Oracle, as we know, is going to be hitting Parting pretty soon here. I almost feel like Parting has done a very greedy build. It doesn't make sense for him to be on the map, which I guess is why he's on the map, because it doesn't really make sense. Parting should be home, babysitting his base right now. At this point, Parting's got to be thinking, your expansion's late, you have no army, this has got to be DTs or something. So as Parting, I would be just thinking, okay, shit, definitely wall off, and let me get a robo. You need a robo right away. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get a robo right away. He's got to be like, this is DT. Look at Zest. He's pulling his probes. Zest is not necessarily in a great position right now. He's going to snipe snipe the pylons, and then this is going to be no more weapons available for a while. But that being said, here comes a double Oracle. And oh man, there's nothing in this base. The happiest Oracles in the world. Poor Parting. And imagine trying to micro your stalkers right now against double Oracles while you're freaking out with double Oracles in the main base. You're in trouble. Oh, you are in trouble. Loses so many probes. Look at that God Control too. He's did a great job. This game is already weird. I would still give the advantage to Parting, only because he's got 2 bases already completed. So it does favor Parting still. 12 workers to 11 workers. This game is getting crazy already. Parting's got the advantage. Somehow, some way, Parting might do it. Oh no, the super battery. Parting loses like 3 stalkers for free there. I gotta watch that again. No. What a blunder. What a blunder. Parting. It's like 7 stalkers versus 2. And he loses 3 stalkers. It's... Let's just call it 9 stalkers. It's 2 here versus 2 stalkers. Gotta watch this again in slow motion. Super battery goes up, 1 stalker dead. 2 stalkers dead. 3 stalkers dead. 4 stalkers dead. What a blunder. In this low economy situation, you cannot afford to do that blunder of a move. Oh man. It's not even that shield batteries are that good. It's that Protest DPS is that bad. And he makes a Void Ray to save himself. What a weird game. Oh no, the Oracles come back in. And the Stalkers... What did he do with those 2 Stalkers at home? Where did they go? Zest? Parting? What did you do with your Stalkers? Where did they go? Oh no, they left the base? Oh no, another blunder. Another blunder. Oh, he wasn't watching. He could have killed that Oracle. He was my kid. Oh no. Misplays. He doesn't have a shield battery. The one game he didn't make a shield battery in his natural, or in his mineral line. Oh no, poor parting. And he moved the Stalkers away. He's lucky this Oracle almost has no energy. He's lucky. Oh, he moves out of the way though, and then... Okay. He has no probes. It's 6 to 14 workers now. And parting GG's. Was this a premature GG? Honestly, yes. I do feel this was a premature GG. Parting blundered big time. But honestly, Parting is not out of this game. He's on 2 bases. Okay, so even though he's on 6 workers, he has enough workers to double probe right now, and that gets him to 8. Like, this was a mistake to GG here. This game was not over. Like, Zest does not have an army. Let's go back a second. I'm very critical right now because this game was not over at all. First of all, there's a lot of chrono boosts on this Nexus, and there's a lot of chrono boosts on this Nexus. He could be making 2 probes at once, and he has. First of all, it doesn't even matter that he blundered these Stalkers. I mean, hard committing here was a mistake. He shouldn't have hard committed. He has no need to hard commit if he has an expansion. First of all. So hard committing was a blunder, but even despite the blunder, like honestly, even despite this fact, he can just bring these 4 Stalkers home, sit in the mineral line against the Oracles, who are out of energy, by the way, and just reprobe. Like, what does Zest have? 14 workers. He's got 1 Stalker, a Zealot, and a Void Ray. He's got almost nothing. He's got no tech except the Stargate here that he can't afford anymore because he has no probes. Parting can win this game. I think Parting can win this game if he just goes home. Is he really GG here? What a mistake. This is the entirety of Zest's army. Zest cannot push across the map and win the game. Zest has a Zealot, a Stalker, and a Void Ray. Zest does not have the income to warp in an army. Doesn't have the tech to warp in an army. So, honestly, I don't know if I didn't hear this game casted live, but I'm pretty sure the commentators, you know, if they're smart, they should be saying that Parting should not have left this game. This was a premature GG. I think any Protest player, he must have been tilted because He should have seen that there's no expansion here, of course. You know, and I know how it feels to lose all your workers to an Oracle, but his opponent's not in a great spot either. It doesn't matter that he's up 8 workers. That is going to be easily overcome by double production of Nexi. Plus, he's floating 5 chrono boosts. He's got 3 chrono boosts on this Nexus. He's got almost 3 chrono boosts on this Nexus. So double chrono boost with the probes, he would be in the worker lead, despite this 8 probe difference here. And just bring these stalkers home again, or even warp in a stalker against the oracles that are, and you're safe. Oh, what a mistake. He even has the probe here, just chilling. This was a mistake. GG. Oh no, parting. Don't let the supplies fool you. He's not out of this game. His opponent was in a bad spot too, though, really. Look at the income graph. 195 to 55. 0 to 44. Like, when he brings these probes back onto line and he starts chrono boosting, he's back in. I still can't believe he GG'd that. I think he wins that game. I'm pretty sure Parting wins that game. Like, he's up against 1 Stalker, a Void Ray, and 1 Zealot. That's the entirety of the army of Zest with double Oracle harassment that is out of energy. His opponent cannot afford a Nexus for a very long time. And when he builds a Nexus, it's going to start building for a very long time. Parting's Nexus was done with 3 chrono boosts on it. What a mistake. I think Parting wins this series if he plays that game. I still can't get over that. That's how about that for Overexplained. That was a throw. That was a 1 game by Parting that he just handed off. Of course, he doesn't necessarily know. He should have known because the Stalkers were in the opponent's base, but he might have just been emotional. He wasn't in a good spot. Sure, he was in a bad spot, but his opponent was also in a bad spot too.